Welcome to We Choose Love. I am here to help whoever is willing to spread your wings. I am not here to make you doubt yourself. I am not here to make you feel less. What I am here to do is to inspire you to want to choose to feel everything that you're feeling. Because I really want you guys to understand that there is no such thing as good or bad. The idea of good and bad is a human made perspective, right? How do we know this? Here's a perfect example. Have you ever had a friend, right? And you guys became best friends and they were your world and you guys did everything together and you guys loved each other. And this could even be a relationship, not just a friendship, or even a family member that you just loved and would say the best things about and you always wanted to be around them. And then something kind of happened between you two that kind of shifted the view a little bit, right? It shifted it from love to fear because everything that we expected out of this person, the assumptions that we made about this person ended up not lining up with the idea we had in our head. So now it drives us towards fear. And what happens is, instead of realizing that our fear is what is making us not feel good about the relationship, instead of blaming the other person for not making us feel good, see, this is the problem, right? Because when we don't see the truth in it, we keep going towards fear, and that energy continues to manifest and become bigger and bigger, and you'll start fearing things that you shouldn't be fearing just because of this one relationship. Because everything is connected, when there's fear growing in one relationship, it affects all your relationships. So the truth of it is, you have to get down to the root of it. So this video is going to be me showing you exactly how you figure out the fear and how you transmute it to love. And it's gonna be personal because I want you guys to understand that this journey that I'm on is real. It's not some ego trip. It's not me thinking that I'm better than anybody. All this is me loving myself and me choosing to love me no matter what's going on the outside. Because when we do that, when we choose to love ourselves, no matter what the situation is telling us on the outside, we will find the truth. Because in love, the truth always lies. And when you love yourself, you'll find yourself at this agreement where you're not going to speak so much. You're going to choose to listen, right? You're going to choose to listen for the answer because you are inside. You are inside this body. The video I'm actually gonna launch next weekend for you guys is going to explain the difference between the outside of your body and the inside. But just for the being of time right now, inside is where the truth is, right? So your mind is the inventor and your heart is the creator. And when you choose to create a friendship and a bond and a love between these two things, that's when magic really starts happening, right? And that's when you can really find the truth. So how I'm gonna show this to you guys, I'm just gonna tell you a story. I'm gonna really tell you what I'm struggling with right now. And it's my relationship with my mother. And I've been looking at it for a while now, and when I first started looking at it, you know, all I could see in it was blame, whether it was me blaming her or her blaming me, and it you know, and I just didn't want to have anything to do with it, and I was at a point where I didn't understand the things that I understand now, so I pushed it out, and I thought that just ignoring her was loving myself, but it's not. Unless you resolve the karma in your issues, you're not loving yourself, you're not being truthful with yourself, because the fear and the hurt is still there in your heart, whether you're ignoring it or not. So today I'm choosing with you guys to face my fear with my mother. And I'm not going to be talking to you once I start going into the way that I pray and the way that I transmute my karma to grace. I'm going to be actually talking to myself and what's inside. So like I said, this may get emotional. This is very personal, but I just want you guys to see the truth, and so that you guys can do it too, and not feel a way for doing it. Please understand this: if you are choosing to act and do something, it's because you want to. Don't let your thoughts convince you that you don't want to do it. If something is pulling you and you feel like you should move, move, okay? So here I go. Why is it that you fear the relationship with your mother? When you think about her, what is it that you're fearing? I fear that I have a fear with my mother because I felt like for so long that she left me, like she wasn't proud of me, and that, you know, that she gave up on me. And my fear all growing up was that I would never be able to make her proud. But if I was feeling this from her, what does that mean that she was feeling? Well, if I really pay attention, I know that my mom gave her first kid up for adoption. And I know that having a child is the biggest decision you can make in your life. Because whenever something new is presented to you, your thoughts are at zero. Because you have no idea what it can offer you. And from there, your thoughts can either pull you into fear, or it can pull you towards love. And having a child, when you choose to have it, you're always choosing love. So my sister, she chose to have her, but the fear convinced her otherwise, so she gave her up for adoption. And then with my brother, she had a really hard time, and she had to have a lot of help, and she really wasn't raising him herself. So when she had me, it was like I was her redemption child. Like, this was totally her choice. And she felt like that she had to do her best, and that she had to do better this time, that it couldn't be like last time. But as the years went on, she started to project her experience onto me, and she started telling me everything that I wasn't gonna be, instead of encouraging me with love and seeing everything that I was gonna be. But it wasn't because of me that she couldn't do that. It was just because she couldn't see herself, because she didn't believe in herself, because she couldn't see a future for herself. She thought that I was gonna end up just like her. So she didn't walk away from me. She was walking away from herself. She didn't believe, it wasn't that she didn't believe in me, it was that she didn't believe in herself. So this whole time I was choosing to shut my mom out because I thought that she didn't love me, or she didn't want what was best for me. The truth was that I was just wrong. I was wrong in my perception of love because I didn't understand it. I didn't understand where people's intentions came from. I didn't understand where their ideas to do things came from, but I do now. And I understand that my mom didn't want to be, not that she didn't want to be around me, but she chose not to be around me because even if she didn't know it, the truth was whispering in her ear, and it was making her feel like, or make her think that it was her fault that I wasn't going to be successful. It was her fault that I wasn't going to be able to grow into all that I would be able to grow into. So she walked away. And in my view, I thought she walked away because I wasn't everything she wanted me to be. I thought she walked away because I wasn't good enough. I thought she walked away because I wasn't worthy of love, and I was never going to be good enough. And these feelings that came so young carried over into every relationship I've ever had. If I go to any relationship, the same issue roots, because it came from my mother. And I thought she didn't love me. And I wanted so badly to love myself, and it had me so conflicted because my thoughts had me thinking that somebody didn't love me But my heart was telling me to love myself because I knew I loved myself. And what I got in that truth was that if I choose to love myself always, if I accept myself always, then I can always see the truth in other people, so I can always accept them. And when you make somebody feel accepted, you rise them up because you chose to head towards love instead of heading towards fear, where they're already used to going. So if you walk into their life and they're going this way, and your energy and your personality and your words pull them this way, and then all of a sudden they start seeing something better, they're gonna start to question, well, maybe I do deserve this. And that is not your job to make them see. Your job is to make them see that you deserve this, so they deserve this. Not that you deserve this, so they don't, because they're not where you are. Your purpose is to go to your roots, because that fear lives in you and you experience it. And instead of choosing love, because not that you chose it, but you didn't understand it, so you went this way. In order to free yourself, in order to heal the relationships that are around you and that are within you, you must go to the place that you don't want to go to. You have to go to the place that's telling you that you're not good enough, that you're not worthy, that you're not lovable, that you'll never do this. You have to go there, because in that place is the exact place that will show you all the reasons why those things are not true. It's like a domino effect. And when you realize the root and you found the truth, you become the first domino. And now it becomes your choice to fall down. And I know that fall can seem scary because for so long you've chosen to be this way with this person, and it may feel weird and uncomfortable to head towards a new direction with them. But if you have faith and you know why, and if you choose to be silent with the creator and the inventor, you will go there. Because like Bob Proctor says, I promise you, if you can go there inside, you will go there in the real world. If you can go from fear to love inside, you can go from fear to love in relationships, in any relationship, no matter what it is, with people, with your job, with yourself, with food, with the way you view the world, with the government, with laws, anything. All is love at the end of the day. The truth of it is, if you go to fear, it will always lead you to love, because fear is just the lesser of the extreme of the two. I love you all. And if you have any questions on this video, I know it was a lot, please feel free to comment, subscribe, and I will give you a video to any of your questions. I am here for you guys. If you need practices, rituals, if you need words, if you need advice, if you need ways to be creative, if you need ways to understand, let me know. I am here. We are here. We chose love. Love grows in here. So we want to give it to all of you guys. So when all of you are ready, we're ready, and we're waiting here for you. Choose love. Spread your wings. One love.